The soul purpose is much different than the mind purpose. The mind's purpose is a created idea about what you're supposed to be doing. It is this conception of who you are and how you should be moving and what you should be delivering. It's something we come up with. The soul purpose is something that you can't escape. So while a person may be working from their mind purpose and living in that that space, they'll still be conflicted. There'll be a heavy confliction going on with them. Like, they'll be stressed. They'll be aggravated, frustrated, because ultimately they've created this mental purpose connected to what they think and not connected to who they truly are. So there's heavy confliction in that. You know what I'm saying? And the soul purpose is different. The soul purpose is like when you wake up, you're ready to go. You're ready to learn what you need to learn. You're ready to figure this out. You're ready to do it. Like you're all in. And the soul purpose, when you jump into your soul purpose, you'll jump in from any angle. When it comes to a soul purpose, I don't think the planning stages, you're going to plan, but you are so moved into doing that the planning stages is not going to become the epitome of, the action. When you connect it to your soul purpose, action becomes your thing. You're going to move into action. You feel on fire. And I think people are looking for that. People are looking for what lights them on fire. We have people out here that probably feel moved into this, and they say, yeah, this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. But when you hear them talk, you don't feel any excitement. You don't feel inspired. I know when I've talked to people who are living in their purpose, I felt highly inspired. Wow, I felt so inspired that I wanted to do what they were doing. But this is what people who are living in their purpose do. It's like an energy transfer. It makes you feel like, wow, I want to do this. I could do this. But the thing is, that is your mind convincing you that now their purpose is your purpose. And it happens like that because when you're connecting with somebody who's high off of doing something that they feel heart connected or extremely connected to, it's almost like they're bringing you into their whole little space, their little spectrum, and all of a sudden you're just as connected. But that's an energy thing. And the thing is, we can get tricked out a lot by other people's excitement and influence, especially people who are living in their purpose. And sometimes by people who are good deceivers about what they're doing, and you may feel like, wow, that sounds exciting, and these people probably don't even like what they're doing and trying to move on to something else, but they're upselling what they're doing to you because they don't want to let you know that this is not something I even enjoy doing. I think everybody has a responsibility to find a purpose. Nobody can find your purpose for you. You're not going to watch a video and somebody's going to say, hey, I can help you find your purpose, and this is how it's done. 3 steps to find your purpose, or 5 steps to find your purpose, or click on this link and guarantee you take this test and you have a purpose. Every soul has a responsibility to discover their purpose. And at best, what someone can do is be a level of say, for instance, a coach helping you dive into levels of self-reflection and dig deeper inside yourself for you to uncover your own true being. But no coach can sit up and say, hey, I think your purpose is this. They don't know your inner workings that deeply. And I mean, that would take time even for a great coach. to be able to do something like that. Because sometimes there are so many layers and layers that our purpose is up underneath, because the layers fall under this mental programming. And it takes a lot of digging, and it takes a lot of deep work. And for those who really truly discover their purpose, trust me, they did some work. I mean, people who's really giving off their energy, who's truly excited, they did some work. And if they didn't do no work and they just innately knowing what their purpose is, that's a gift. That's a gift, But most people, we go through this journey trying to uncover who we are and what we're here for and what we're here to deliver. And so my advice is for no one to feel like they're worthless. You're only worthless when you're in a space of you're in a space of like just completely giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know your purpose can be uncovered and discovered. And you will feel worthless when you working in a space that doesn't match up with like what you uniquely designed to do. I mean, somebody told me if you plant a seed on the windshield of a car, nothing's going to happen. But if you take that same seed and you put that seed in the soil right next to the car in the ground, a plant grows. So that's kind of how purpose is. Like, a person will feel kind of worthless and not useful until they in a space to where that is like supporting them and growing them, something that lights them on fire. We need more people out here that's lit on fire, that's ready to go. We don't need people that's like dragging through life because they work in jobs they don't want to work. Like, I really feel like people should be moving in their purpose in this time. And I think it's one of the most important things we could discover or uncover in this world. People are searching for relationships, and I think that's a huge distraction from digging into yourself and being a little selfish for a little bit. You got to be a little selfish to be selfless. And if you're talking about you're in love, you can't be in love if you never spent no time isolated by yourself to even love yourself. So this whole thing about partnership and I'm in love, I just think that's people tricking themselves out and distracting them. You want purpose. Because even when you get that relationship, eventually 2 years, 3 years is going to go good, and you're going to find yourself sitting in a room thinking like, wow, how did I get back here? Because the relationship's going to become comfortable and complacent, and you're still going to be back at square zero thinking about you and the thing that you avoided. So that's all I have to say about purpose. If you do tend to find your purpose, I think most people find their purpose like it's an action game. Once you find your purpose, it's all action. And then from there, you sit down, bulletproof a plan. But people are purposeful. They don't spend too much time like sitting up trying to like figure out plan. These are people who are in their minds and telling themselves they found their purpose. These are mental purposes. These aren't really spiritual purposes. When you find like a spiritual purpose, you getting on the ground running from any angle. So with that said, that's all I got to say about that topic. If you got any questions or want to know some more, reach out to me. My information should be like in the description. But